Pretty Woman, classic romantic comedy starring Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, essentially a modernized reimagining of a Cinderella story. Extremely rich guy on a business trip in LA picks up a prostitute. He becomes so enamored with her natural, easygoing charm that he gives her an offer. He'll pay $3,000 for her to stay with him for an entire week as an escort of sorts during various dinners and other business functions. Strictly business, no falling in love, so naturally the two of them do fall in love. So the movie is considered pretty much a classic, not just within the rom-com genre, but in cinema overall, and I think for good reason. It's a pretty solid film where a lot of things work as they should. The dialogue is well written, the performances are very good, in particular Julia Roberts, who was a complete unknown back then. She just shines throughout the film. She shows a whole wealth of emotions and is completely believable and natural with everything she does. By comparison, Richard Gere does come off as slightly stiff, but apparently that was the director's choice. He directed Gere specifically to be more restrained with his performance in order to let Julia Roberts take the spotlight and really shine, which was certainly a good decision. The costumes and sets are well designed. I enjoyed the soundtrack, which evolves over the course of the film as Vivian herself changes as a person, starting off with cheap disco music and then progressing into other music genres, also leading up to the absolute banger that is Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman, from which the movie actually took its title, not the other way around. And also, I really like the side characters in this film. The lawyer friend of Richard Gere is a properly repulsive, slimy guy. On the other hand, the hotel manager is a surprisingly fantastic dude, MVP of the movie for me. The one thing I didn't like as much was the ending. I didn't really buy the sudden turn of Richard Gere and his decision to completely turn around his life professionally and personally at this all at once. It was just a little bit too much for me. And I've actually read that the original script was much darker and it didn't have a happy ending at all. The two ended up going their separate ways, which I still do believe would have worked better, but hey, the filmmakers ended up going for a rom-com, and the ending fits that concept well, so who cares, I guess. Aside from this one thing, good movie overall.